Okay, this afternoon I'm going to do the Fitzroy, Bloomsbury and a bit of St Giles Walk, all depending if the battery lasts out. Well, here I'm standing outside 1 Street Underground station, and in front you've got Tottenham Court Road. And as I swing the camera around, you're going to see in front UCH, University College Hospital, opened in 2005, and the road straight in front is Euston Road. Okay, I'm going to turn round, and if you continue straight in front, that is Hampstead Road, and that is the road where Charles Dickens sold the family furniture in 1823 when his mother's school went bankrupt. The father, John Dickens, was sent to the Marshalsea Debtors Prison. But anyway, as I said, this is the Fitzrovia, Bloomsbury and a bit of St Giles Walk. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn left into Marylebone Road here beside 1 Street Station, and I'm heading up towards Fitzroy Square. So what we do is turn and walk along here. I've just come from 1 Street. I'm still on Euston Road, which runs into Marylebone Road. And as I said, we're going to head on towards Fitzroy Square. And what we're going to do, we're going to take this turn in here on the left into Fitzroy Street, which runs into Fitzroy Square. Okay, I'm looking down Fitzroy Street, which runs into Fitzroy Square. So we'll be going down here, we'll just continue walking straight. Okay, I'm at the square now. It's only less than 30 seconds walk down Fitzroy Street. But here I'm at the square. There's quite a few famous people living on this square. It's pedestrianised, so it's very pleasant. So if anyone wants to come down here for a picnic or whatever, it's very good. There's one building you can't avoid, that is the BT Tower, which is in front. But I'll just give you a quick panoramic view. Now, Fitzroy gets its name from the fact that it's the illegitimate sons of Charles II. So anyone called Fitzroy, you know, is illegitimate. Fitzroy Square in front. There's a couple of houses there with metal gates or what have you like this. It seems a couple of celebrities moved in, whose names I'm not too sure of. Okay, I'm standing on the corner of Conway Street looking at Fitzroy Square, and what I'm going to do now is going to go down Conway Street, and in front we've got the BT Tower, which we'll be passing. Beside the Lucan is Rebecca Hossack's gallery. Now at the end of Conway Street we're going to turn right and then left into Cleveland Street. So we're going to turn right here. Okay, that's where I've just come from. And as I said, we're going to head down here into Cleveland Street. We're going to pass the Old Workhouse and the King and Queen Public House. So we just continue down Cleveland Street. Okay, this brand new building in front is the Sainsbury's Welcome Centre. It's a new research lab into the brain, or as one might put it, neural circuits, that's what they call it. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're just going to continue along Cleveland Street straight in front. Now what you have in front is the old Cleveland workhouse. Now it doesn't look like your typical workhouse. And what's happening, they want to knock it down and build a spanking new building here. But there's a lot of opposition because people want to keep their old heritage. Okay, the King and Queen Public House is famous for quite a few things. One thing is, for back in the 60s there used to be a folk club here, and Bob Dylan performed his first gig in England here. Okay, we'll be going to turn in left at the next turn in here, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk slightly a few houses along, and there's a plaque there to Charles Dickens. So what we're going to do is eventually turn left. Turn left here into Tottenham Street, and then we're going to take the first right. Okay, we turn left here. As I said, we're going to turn right here into Goodge Place. It's all cobbled street here, something from the Victorian age. And we just continue straight in front. Okay, I'm looking down along Goodge Place. We've just walked along there. Let's give it a little view. There's the BT Tower. Now, I said Victorian, it's Georgian, so I apologise. So what we do is just follow the road round, and we're going on to Goodge Street itself. Now here I am on Goodge Street. Now let's not get confused. Goodge Street Underground Station comes out on Tottenham Court Road. This is Goodge Street, which is off Tottenham Court Road. I'll just give you a little panoramic view of where I am. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head up towards the traffic lights there, cross over, and we're heading into Colville Place. So we'll cross the traffic light and we'll see straight ahead. Okay, well I've just crossed over those traffic lights there from Goodge Street. I'm now on Charlotte Street. Just give you a little view of where I am. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the first turn in here on my left into Colville Place. I'm looking down at Colville Place here, and we'll just go to the other side. Okay, beside Colville Place you got Crabtree Fields. Okay, well I'm standing on the corner of Colville Place and Crabtree Fields. From here we're going to turn left and then right into Goodge Street again and back onto Tottenham Court Road. So we turn left here. Now the reason this area is called Fitzrovia is after the pub, Fitzroy Public House. Anyway, I'm on Goodge Street, and as I said, what we're going to do now is head towards Tottenham Court Road, and we're going to head across into Bloomsbury. So as soon as we cross over Tottenham Court Road, we're into Bloomsbury. Okay, I've just turned into Tottenham Court Road here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cross over the traffic light and into Cheney Street there, where that bus is turning. And in front, that round building, that's the Eisenhower Centre, deep tunnel. Anyway, we'll be crossing over there. Okay, I've just crossed over the traffic light, and as you can see, you've got Bute Street Station in front. I'll just give you a little view of where I am. Okay. So I'll just give you a panoramic view. These are the lights I just crossed, and that turning over there, Good Street, is where I came from. And as I said, we're going to turn here to my left into Cheney Street, beside Eisenhower Centre. Now it is said that Eisenhower conducted the D-Day landing from this bunker site. Unfortunately, it's not true. He did have meetings here, but he didn't organise the D-Day landing from here. Okay, well, I'm standing inside the Eisenhower Centre forecourt, and what we're going to do, we're going to cross over Cheney Street and straight into Alfred Place and go straight ahead towards Storrs Street. Okay, at the end of Alfred Place we come to Storrs Street, and what we're going to do is turn to our left, and then we're heading towards Senate House and towards the British Museum. So we turn left and carry on straight in front. I'm still on Storrs Street, heading towards Senate House, which is in front. And when you reach this point of Storrs Street, we're going to cross Giles Street. Okay, that's the Tropical Medicine, Hygiene and Tropical Medicine School. But the building we're looking for is the Senate House, which is straight in front. Now, Giles Street is the place where Charles Dickens' mother, Elizabeth, set up the school and where they went bankrupt. So anyway, we're going to cross over the lights and just continue straight in front. Okay, well, I crossed over Giles Street. I'm in Keppel Street now. And the building in front, as I said, is the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. And if you look at the very top, the writing, and they're the names of all the people who contributed to medicines and hygiene in this country. You've got Pasteur, Lister, quite a few. Now at the end of Keppel Street, we're standing right in front of Senate House, or as George Orwell called it, the Ministry of Truth, or as it was in the Second World War, the Ministry of Information, where quite a few famous writers worked. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go straight through and towards Russell Square. Now as I said, I'm going to go straight through Senate House here, the Library of UCL, and come up by Russell Square. Now, if I turn to my right, now the building directly in front is the British Museum. Okay, so as I said, I'm just going to go straight through Senate House, which is a library and can be used by the general public, but you have to pay a subscription, a couple of pounds. But then we're going to go straight forward. Well, I'm in the car park bit of Senate House. As I said, we just continue straight through to the other side. We're heading towards Russell Square. Just continue through. If you wanted to go to the library, just go through those doors there. Okay, that's where I've just come from. I've just come straight through the Senate House. And what I'm going to do now, when we go through the gate, we're going to bear to our right and take the first right, and we're heading past the British Museum, the back entrance of the British Museum. Now, as I said, in front of me now is Russell Square. That is Russell Square. Now the building you see is the back of the British Museum. Now that was designed and built by Robert Smirk in the 1820s, 30s. So what we're going to do now, we're going to walk along Montague Place, past the back entrance of the British Museum, along into Bedford Square, the most unadulterated Georgian square in London, or the best preserved square in London. So we just continue straight past the museum, straight in front, cross over Giles Street again. So here we are at the back entrance to the British Museum. Just give you a little view of where I am. Now those lines there were sculpted by Frampton. I think it's Charles Frampton, could be George. But anyway, as I said, we just continue straight. We're going to cross over Giles Street into Bedford Square. Now that's where I stood over there when we was looking at the Senate House. And anyway, as I said, we just continue straight in front, cross over Giles Street and into Bedford Square. Okay, as I said, we're going to cross over Giles Street here, and straight in front, when that lorry passes, is Bedford Square, named after the Duke of Bedford, of course. Now Giles Street runs into Bloomsbury Street, so never get confused. So anyway, we're going to cross over the lights here and into Bedford Square. Now the person responsible for having the square built was a lady, Gertrude Leveson Gower, who was married to the 4th Duke of Bedford. Unfortunately he died, and she carried on with her estate manager and built the square, and it's much loved today. It's mainly occupied by publishers, the Association of Architects and a few other people. But anyway, if you continue straight in front, you come back out by Tottenham Court Road. But what we're going to do, we're going to bear to our left, and we're going to head towards St Giles. I'm still on Bedford Square, I'm just giving you a little view. And what we're going to do, we're just going to carry on straight in front. Okay, this is Bedford Square. Just give you a little panoramic view of where we are. Okay, we're going to leave Bedford Square here by Adeline Place, which is going to take us into Great Russell Street. Now the building at the end of Adeline Place and Great Russell Street is the YMCA. And at the end we're going to come out by Great Russell Street, as I said, and if you look up, that is Centre Point there. So when we come onto Great Russell Street, we're going to turn to our left. Okay, well I'm at the end of Adeline's Place. Okay, in front, the shop, there's a plaque there for Boz, Charles Dickens' Bloomsbury christening. And as I said, we're going to turn left, cross over and turn down by the TUC building. Right, I'm on Great Russell Street now. I'm standing beside the Charles Dickens plaque. Now if you continue straight along Great Russell Street, you come to the main entrance of the British Museum. Now you've been to the back entrance, but if you continue on Great Russell Street here, you come to the main entrance. Now we're going to go up beside the TUC building and then turn right beside it. Okay, I'm outside the TUC building, and the sculpture you see up there in front is by Bernard Meadows. Okay, that's to commemorate the soldiers who died in the First and Second World War. And as I said, we're going to turn down here on my right beside the building, so we're going to turn right here. Okay, I'm beside the TUC building in Dicot Street, and what we're going to do, we'll be leaving Bloomsbury soon. As soon as we cross over New Oxford Street, we're heading into St Giles, which was a notorious area in the mid-19th century. So anyway, we just continue down here. And that's where I've just come from, Great Russell Street. I'm just giving you a back view of the TUC building. But beside it here is a fascinating building, the Model House for Families. And the reason it's fascinating, it was designed by Henry Roberts, and it was meant for the poor. Now some of the flats have been sold off and they go for over £500,000, one bedroom flat. And what was unique about these old flats is that they had WCs, i.e. toilets, which was a great innovation. And when you think, it's not that long ago. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to cross New Oxford Street and we're heading into St Giles, which was a notorious rookery. And when I mean rookery, I mean a place for criminality, a no-go zone. Police wouldn't even go down there. That was back in the mid-19th century, say 1850s or what have you like that, before the 1850s. Then we just continue straight across New Oxford Street, straight ahead. Okay, I've just crossed from over there, cross off New Oxford Street. And as I said, we just continue straight down Dicot Street. Okay, I'm still on Giles Street, and these buildings in front are the new development, St Giles Central. Love them or hate them. But anyway, now the building in front is the old Oasis swimming pool. And what we're going to do, we're going to bear to our right, and we're going to head towards St Martin's in the Field and Denmark Street where the walk will end. So we're going to tow along here. Anyway, we just carry along, we're heading towards St Martin's in the Field and Denmark Street, Tin Pan Alley. Now this public house here in front of you, the Angel, well it was called something else back in the 16th, 17th century, but when prisoners were taken from Newgate Jail to be taken along Oxford Street towards Tyburn by Marble Arch to be hung, they would stop here and have a last drink. So when you're here to have your last drink or whatever, this is where the expression comes from. Now beside it, you've got St Martin's in the Field, not St Martin's, St Giles in the Field, I apologise. Now I've got my back to the Angel Public House, and this is Central St Giles. Now St Giles is church here in the Fields. St Giles is in the church, not St Martin's in the Field. Was here from 11th century. And originally was a lepers colony, and in the 15th century, believe it or not, they used to hang and burn people here. In fact, there's a curse on St Giles, or the parish of St Giles. But anyway, from here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to continue straight in front, and that street in front is Denmark Street or Tin Pan Alley. Well, I'm going to give you a panoramic view of where I am. I'm beside St Giles in the Fields. Now what's going to happen here, there's a lot of these buildings going to be knocked down for Crossrail. Okay, that is centre point in front. But a lot of these buildings are coming down. Okay, welcome to Tin Pan Alley. I'm beside St Giles in the Fields. This is Denmark Street, and this is what they're going to do. They're going to knock down all these shops here to make way for Crossrail. Now Tin Pan Alley is famous for the music industry, especially in the 60s. The Rolling Stones recorded here in Sound Studio or Regent Studios, which we'll see in a minute. We'll be walking along to the other side towards Town Cross Road. Thank you. Okay, that Regent Sound Studio is where the Rolling Stones, Kings and quite a few other artists performed in the 60s. It's also along here you had the Sex Pistols stay. I don't think they've done any recordings here, but they stayed along here with Malcolm McLaren. I'm outside Regent Sound here. Okay, well this is the end of the walk on Denmark Street. Unfortunately, Denmark Street won't be with us for too long, so that's why I've taken a few extra shots of it. I'm on Charing Cross Road now, and this is the end of the Fitzrovia, Bloomsbury and St Giles's walk. I hope you enjoyed it.